Okay. We are back up here. We are no longer on ncataggies.com. There's a fly ball to center field by Taylor, and that's the second out of the second inning. We had some technical difficulties and some troubles with Sidearm Sports, and so now we're on YouTube, broadcasting to you live. So you can switch over there to YouTube or tell a friend to do that. Switching over to YouTube now. We are no longer on Ncat Aggies TV. You can certainly catch the action on YouTube now. As Vivica Boyd is the batter. North Carolina A&T. 1-0 game here. Presbyterian did score on a sacrifice fly while we were trying to fix some things. Power went out and sidearm went out, and that's what you do when you're dealing with live broadcast. Things happen. So tell a friend. You can now capture the A&T softball game on YouTube. Presbyterian A&T. Swing and a miss by Boyd. We will check and see what the situation is with the men's basketball game. Radio only. Sidearm is experiencing some difficulties. There's a ball. The women's basketball team had their 10-game winning streak snapped. 65-54 at Norfolk State. They are now 10-2 on the season. And they sustained their first conference loss of the year to go to 7-1. That's a ball upstairs. Things still look good for them to clinch the top seed in the Southern Division, but certainly a big win for Norfolk State, knocking off the Aggies, the hottest team in the MEAC. Boyd awaits the pitch, and she's out on strikes. We're out number 3 here in the second inning. We head to the top of the third. It is 1-0 Presbyterian. We'll be back.
The MEAC is embarking on a year-long celebration of its 5th under the banner of the theme, A Golden Past, A Glorious Future. The conference will open the year with a selection of the 50 greatest moments in MEAC history, and with a selection of all-time teams for each of the MEAC-sponsored sports, with Hall of Fame recognition and with historical fanfare to the student athletes, coaches, and administrators who have helped to mold the MEAC into the great conference that it is today. The year promises to rekindle the love fans have had for the MEAC for 5 decades. Yes, the past was golden for the MEAC, and the future promises to be glorious.
We are back here at the Lady Aggie Softball Complex. We are no longer on Ncat Aggies TV. We're on YouTube. So if you're able to catch us on YouTube, tell a friend that move on over. You will not be able to catch us on Ncat Aggies TV today. There are some technical difficulties with the sidearm platform, for which A&T's website provider. And they are, from what I understand, throughout the country. So we are on YouTube trying to bring you the second game here from North Carolina A&T State University. Here as Presbyterian is up in the third. And there's a ball upstairs. Bailey Kirby, about bounce back performance so far. for North Carolina A&T. Doing an outstanding job as she faces Bailey Watkins here for the Blue Hose. Inside strike, 1-1. The Blue Hose won the first game. Bailey Watkins did not play in that game. She is a 5'3" freshman out of Easley, South Carolina. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And now Kirby, who has been excellent so far in this one. This is what you expect out of your senior pitcher. Just resiliency, being able to bounce back. And she has certainly done that here. And there's another swing and a miss, and she's out on strikes. And that's one down for Kirby. Kirby, that's her third strikeout already. Did not get out of the first inning. Did not record her out in the first inning in their first game against Georgia State, but now looks brilliant on the mound as Johnson steps to the plate. For Presbyterian, she struck out her first time up in the lead off the first inning. Here's the pitch. Strike one. Like a pretty pitch. A slow call there at time by the umpire. Kind of deliberately waits before he delivers the call there. Here's the pitch. Strike two. Gotta wait a little bit for the call, but he's going to bring it to you. Now Johnson sits in and settles. She's behind 0-2. She was 2 for 3 in that first game with a run scored and an RBI. That ball's going to get out of play. Still 0-2. One out here. Third inning. Johnson, the Blue Hose leadoff hitter, at the plate. She is 3 for 8 this season. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled off. Got it in on her hands that time. Kirby takes a walk beyond the circle a little bit. Slams the ball into her glove. And takes a look at the sign here. And will deliver. Here's the pitch. Upstairs. 1-2 to count. Aggies looking for their first win of the season. That ran into some trouble against Green. He's an outstanding pitcher. Very hard to solve, as the Aggies saw. That was upstairs, 2-2. Catching for the Aggies in game 2 was Varela. Here's a pitch. And a swing and a miss, and she's out on strikes. And that's strikeout number 4 for Kirby. And now Tucker will come to the plate for Presbyterian. 2 out, Kirby looks excellent. A sacrifice fly in the second. Only run she's given up, but she has been pretty good to this point. Presbyterian had to manufacture that run back in the second. And now Tucker will come to the plate. She is 2 for 3 in that first game. She's 0 for 1 today in this second game. Here's the pitch. Ball goes outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Kirby, veteran pitcher for North Carolina A&T. And has been impressive so far. There's Tucker. She digs in. There's a ground ball. The second. Williams up and throwing. And there's a 1-2-3 inning for North Carolina A&T. Nothing across for Presbyterian. We get to the bottom of the third, 1-0 Presbyterian.
All along this bustling corridor, from Richmond to Williamsburg, to Hampton Roads, to the Outer Banks of North Carolina, one bank continues to make its presence felt and set the standard for serving its communities and local businesses, and for having the area's best bankers. One bank continues to enrich lives beyond banking. Town Bank, not just a community bank, your community's bank.
It's bow time. Years from now, you'll tell your grandkids, back in my day, we could get 2 Bojangles sausage biscuits for just $2.50. And those biscuits, shoot, they were always made from scratch. And that zesty sausage, sizzling like the summer of 2033. And then your grandkids will say, but how is that different than Bojangles now? And you'll say, pipe down and eat your biscuits. Get 2 sausage biscuits for just $2.50. It's bow time.
We're back live here at North Carolina A&T, where the Aggies are coming to bat here in the third inning, as Varela will come to the plate for the Aggies. She did not start that first game. Played yesterday in the game number 1 against Georgia State, sat out game number 2, and now she's back in the batter's box here against Presbyterian and takes a strike. Varela, real name is Dominique, goes by Nikki. She's from Covina, North California, junior. And here's the pitch, fouled away, and it's 0-2. Some practice swings. The Aggies have 2 outstanding defensive catchers. She and then Bennett do a great job with the A&T pitchers. She takes that one outside. It's 1-2. A&T looking for a spark offensively here. 2 hits in that first game. And now looking for some hits here in the second one. Dees did single to lead off the game. Here's the pitch. Foul back. 1-2 to count. Aggies facing Haley Hazelden in the second game. She was 3-5 last year for the Blue Hose. She is a senior, Hemingway, South Carolina. And that ball's outside. It's 2-2. Blue Hose off to a 3-0 start. And have given up just 1 run in those 3 games. 2 shutouts against Columbia International. And gave up 1 run to the Aggies in the last game. Do not believe that run was earned. Well, I believe it was earned. It was earned. It was off a base hit. I scored it. But nonetheless, the pitching has been very strong for the Blue Hose. Here's the pitch. It's 3-2. Varela has battled back here in the count. Here's the pitch. 3-2. Still to count as Varela fouls that off. Hazelden wears the number 99 We have Lexi Palazzo, who wears the number 88. Some unusual numbers for the Aggies. Speaking of which, Varela wears 61. And she has that one in a fly ball, and it is going to land in center field, and Varela has a base hit. Second hit of the day for North Carolina A&T. And Alyssa Smith will now bat for North Carolina A&T. Trying to get something going here. Smith 0 for 1 in that game number 1. She was pinch hit for during the game. And now she will bat here. She was pinch hit for by Eternal Fuller. Smith comes into this one, 0 for 3 on the season. She reaches out to take the bunt and swings. And she's called for a strike. There's a ball. We are back up with Ncat Aggies TV. Sorry for some of the inconvenience here today. Technical difficulties. From our partners at Sidearm. Ball's outside. But I think we have those issues resolved, and so now we're back on NCATAggies.com. We hope to bring you a lot of live action this spring. Here's the pitch. Ball's outside. Runner at first for A&T. Nobody out. Smith and McCauley are due up here. Here's the pitch. A half swing. He will check first. Yes. Is the answer on the swing. So Smith strikes out. And now it's Kendall McCauley. Trying to bring the Aggies home. She had a hit yesterday. The ball's outside. Be interested to see what Verdens does with Varela over there at first base. Will she be aggressive with her? Here's the pitch. It's a swing. Line drive to first. McCauley is out, and Varela is back safely. Nice snag by Hughes that time. On the line drive, and then now they're 2 out. Runner at first. And JD's, who is a hot batter, hot at the plate. 1 for 2 in the first game. Swing and a miss. Actually, she was 2 for 3 in the first game. 1 for 1 today. This is 3 out of her last 4. She also had a couple of hits in game 2 yesterday. She had a hit, 1 for 2. Here's a ground ball to third. Scooped up. It's a foul ball. So these will come back. 1 for 2 in game 2 yesterday. 2 for 3 in game 1 today. And has a hit already here in this one. So she's starting to come into her own a little bit. back in and ball's outside. He's the only Aggie to be able to hit off of Jenna Green in that first game. Jenna Green only gave up 2 hits, both to D's. Now D's is ready as he takes upstairs. D's likely will be a tough out this season. Strada coming behind her. And Williams and Cuts, hopefully, to bring them home. And strike 3 for D's. She's out on strikes here in the 3rd inning. So we head to the 4th. It's Presbyterian 1, North Carolina A&T 0. We'll be right back.
Shooting for a new career? Join the Grand Furniture team today. At Grand, we're looking for passionate winners to fill some key positions on our floor and in our warehouse and offices too. If you're a friendly, hardworking pro with your eye on the ball, don't pass up this grand opportunity. We offer competitive pay with full benefits, and since 1947, we've been your local hometown team. You know the next play. Get in the game and click on careers at grandfurniture.com.
This is Winner's Chicken and Biscuits is the Triad's true Southern-style restaurant. Our classically American Southern fried chicken, hot buttery biscuits, and home-style sides can't be beat. And we have a seat at the table just for you. Come by for a 3-piece dinner combo for only $5. Come see why we've been voted the Triad's best fried chicken 10 years in a row. Located right next to campus with a 24-hour drive-through window.
To the 4th inning, and we will get Cross to open up the inning. Kyla Cross. Cross is walked her first time up. Was stranded at first base after Kirby struck out Hughes. And so now we will get Kylie Cross. Cross was 0 for 4 in game number 1. She is 3 for 10 on the season. She fouls that one off. 0-1. A&T looking to get a win here, and then it's on to play Elon in their next contest. UNCG coming up on Friday. Here's the pitch. That one's out of play too. Right over here near the broadcast booth. Bounce right in front of me. Rolls harmlessly onto the grass. It's 0-2. And now Kirby hitting the count. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Tried to sneak a curveball in there, 1-2. Ambitious schedule for North Carolina A&T this spring. They are joined by volleyball. You can download the app, Ncat Aggies. Do a search for Ncat Aggies on your app store. And download the North Carolina A&T Aggies app for athletics. And get all the schedules and stories and video and all access and all those things available to you on the Ncat Aggies app. Search on the app store for Ncat Aggies app. We'll get up-to-date scores as they happen. The ball's fouled away. If you go to the app right now, you'll see that the sports today are softball, men's tennis, baseball, and men's basketball. The women have already wrapped up. If you click on the front page there, you'll see the Watch Live button, and you can watch softball live here as we play Presbyterian. Here's the pitch. And boy, Kirby has been brilliant in this ball game as she strikes out cross. And she has made a tremendous bounce back after a tough day yesterday. That's her fourth strikeout. And now it's Hughes will come to the plate. You'll be able to check out Spencer Turkin. He has men's basketball live for you. Down at FAMU. So want to listen to the radio version of that game. Turkin does an outstanding job with the play-by-play for North Carolina A&T. Men's hoops. Strike one to Hughes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Boy, if the Aggies get this, Kirby, all season long, there could be some positive things happening. It's kind of what you want from your senior. She's been willing and dealing this afternoon. Here's the pitch. Struck her out. 5 strikeouts for Mrs. Kirby. And she gets Hughes out on a high hard one. And now the confidence just seems to be beaming from Mrs. Kirby. As White will step up to the plate. Courtney White. She's a 50th senior out of Lexington, South Carolina. And she deals. And it's 0-1, and Kirby is ahead in the count once again. Courtney White on the season. She came into this ball game 3 for 6 on this young season. She was 1 for 3 in game 1. She is 1 for 1 in this one, had a single and scored the only run of the game for Presbyterian. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball. And that was fouled off. So Kirby, another 2-strike count for her. And she tries to get the Aggies out of the 4th on a 1-2-3 inning. Here's the pitch. Inside. Kirby now has retired the last 7 batters she's faced. And she deals again. That one slapped down, kind of a defensive swing that time by White. He waits patiently while the umpire cleans the plate. And now we'll get back to some action. Kirby the pitch. There's a pop fly shallow, and Stephanie Williams runs it down at second base. And Kirby continues to cruise. Another 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It's 1-0 Presbyterian. We'll be back.
the MEAC is embarking on a year-long celebration of its 50th anniversary under the banner of the theme, A Golden Past, A Glorious Future. The conference will open the year with a selection of the 50 greatest moments in MEAC history, and with a selection of all-time teams for each of the MEAC-sponsored sports, with Hall of Fame recognition and with historical fanfare to the student athletes, coaches, and administrators who have helped to mold the MEAC into the great conference that it is today. The year promises to rekindle the love fans have had for the MEAC for 5 decades. Yes, the past was golden for the MEAC, and the future promises to be glorious.
We'll lead off the bottom of the fourth for the North Carolina A&T. She is 0 for 1 in this one with a strikeout swinging in the first inning. Starter comes into this at bat. 2 for 6, 2 for 7 on the season. She has scored a run and has a double, and drove in a run yesterday. Here's the pitch. It's a ball. Started one of the young standout players for North Carolina A&T. We've got our first glimpse of her. And it seems like she's going to have an impressive career. Here's the pitch. Ball's outside. Out of Utah, as we mentioned yesterday. Not sure how many student athletes we've gotten out of Utah before. So she might certainly be the first. Here's the pitch. I'm sure there's somebody along the way we might be missing. A&T's been doing athletics for a long time, but at least as far as my memory goes, we've never had a Utah native here. And all we can say is welcome as she walks to lead off the fourth inning. Stephanie Williams now steps to the plate. She is 0 for 1 on the day. She popped up to shortstop her first time up. Williams on the season is now 1 for 8. And the pitch. And the strike. Originally number 14. She's been wearing 42. She wore 42 yesterday in the blue jersey. And now has number 42 on here in the gold. So it may be a permanent change for her. And she awaits the pitch here, 0-1 pitch. And now it's 0-2. Foul ball back this way. Run on first. Stephanie Williams at the plate. And the ball's outside. Strada walked. Now Stephanie Williams hoping to get her home here in the bottom half of the fourth. Strike 3, and there's one down. Samantha Ramirez with the Latino music playing as she steps to the plate. Here's the pitch. Ball outside. 1-0. Ramirez flew out to left field her first time up. 1 for 4 on the season. Has 2 RBI on the young year. Here's the pitch. That'll play. One nothing ball game here in the bottom of the 4th. Aggies scored 1 run in the last game. That one low. Trying to get things cranking here in game number 2 against a very tough Presbyterian team. Estrada leads. And here's another foul ball. Surprised not to see Estrada take off so far. Redens has been very aggressive on the base pass throughout the weekend against Georgia State and Presbyterian. And certainly A&T trying to manufacture that 1 run here to tie this ball game up. Go ahead run is at the plate. Ramirez is at the plate. And here's the pitch. And she struck out. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Hazelden. And now it's Kayla Taylor. Ball's outside, 1 ball and strikes. Ball's fouled away, 1-1. Taylor awaits the pitch. Little dribbler. And she's thrown out at first base. And that will do it. Nothing across for North Carolina A&T in the 4th. We get to the 5th inning. Presbyterian 1, North Carolina A&T 0. We'll be right back.
Ready?
Ready.
Let's hold off on posting.
It's 5G, man. You're already trending.
5G you can afford for the moments you can't afford to miss.
I'm trending.
It's your grandma and grandpa.
Hi, mijo.
Hi.
Oh, it's snowing. Okay, come on. Look at us.
Wireless you can afford for the moments you can't afford to miss.
A ceremony with J.T. Fisher Funeral Services can be anything you wish it to be, from a simple or traditional ceremony to an elaborate celebration of life. J.T. Fisher's caring staff will guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of your loved one. Funeral services are as unique as life itself. Put your trust in the hands of the caring, experienced professionals at J.T. Fisher Funeral Services. Take comfort. jtfisherfuneralservices.com.
We are back here at North Carolina A&T, where the Aggies trail Presbyterian 1-0, but we're getting a great pitching performance from Bailey Kirby. She has retired the last 9 batters she has faced. Unfortunately, one of those retired batters was a sacrifice fly to center field, which scored White from third, and that's the only run of the ball game. As the Aggies trail 1-0 here. And Tweed will lead off the inning for Jaden Tweed will lead off the inning for the Blue Hose. She had a sacrifice bunt her first time up. And Tweed was 1 for 4 in the first game. And she is 1 for 4 on the season. Here's the pitch. It's ball 1. Kirby has found a little rhythm here. And she is mowing down the Presbyterian batters. It's 2-0. Her control has been excellent throughout this one as well. She just has the 1 walk so far. So really has settled in and done a good job for A&T. Has 5 strikeouts on the day. 2-1 to count. She just looked very comfortable in the circle in the second game. So maybe some first game jitters. It was 348 days between games. There's a pop fly. And Varela can't hold on to the foul ball. And so we'll get another pitch. As Tweed heads back to the plate. And here we go again. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball low. Tweed steps back into the box. Got a sacrifice bunt. Last time up. Here's the pitch. And tight, and she walked her. Second walk of the day for Kirby. And that breaks up a string of 9 straight retired by Kirby. And now Petty is the batter. Petty had a sacrifice fly, RBI last time up. And she has accounted for the only run of the day as Tweed steals second. And now runner in scoring position for Presbyterian and nobody out. Petty came in with no numbers on the day. Still doesn't have any numbers. Sacrifice fly does not count as an at-bat. She batted .246 a year ago. Had 14 hits, 1 extra base hit, a double, and 3 RBI, while totaling 15 bases. So he steps back in here, trying to drive in another run for Presbyterian. Here's the pitch. Swung on and foul. He struggled to score a little bit here today. 2-1 to count. But they're only down 1 run. Here's the pitch. In on our hands. And there's 2 strikes on the batter. Caitlin Petty. He's at the plate. She's from Union, South Carolina. She is a junior. There's a pitch. That was in on her hands and foul. Now Kirby battling with Petty. Barella gets the sign. Delivered it to Kirby. Again in on our hands. Petty doing a good job of fighting it off. But A&T trying to bust her inside a little bit here. And Petty keeps fighting it off. Now Kirby has another pitch coming here. And just missed. Up high. Now it's 3-2. Runners at first. Excuse me, runners at second. After the steal. Nobody out. Pitch. All back. Aggie softball is underway. Off to a slow start in terms of games being played. But now we are in full swing. Here's the pitch. It's outside. Kirby trying not to lose Petty here. Here's the pitch. And they are truly, truly battling here. Has to be about the 11th or 12th pitch in this at bat. And Petty keeps fighting. Let's see who's going to blink first. Kirby steps up. Bends that knee a little bit. And throws it. And we're still fighting. Another pitch is coming to Petty. Those two have been at it for a few minutes now. Petty with the big S there, signifying the Big South. And North Carolina A&T will have that on their uniforms next season. Here's the pitch. And it is Kirby that blinks. As Petty is down to first base, and there's now 2 on, nobody out. Second walk of the inning for Kirby. And now the batter is Hyatt. And now we have a pinch hitter here. And it will be Grace Wallace. Stepping in for Hyatt. a strike. Wallace is a senior out of North Augusta, South Carolina. He's behind 0-1. Tries to lay down the bunt. She's down 0-2. Wallace, who second on the team last year in batting. She only played 4 games, made 2 starts. She hit .286. Had 2 hits, one of them a double. And she's at the plate now, down 0-2. And she struck her out. So Wallace out on strike, 6 strikeouts now for Kirby. And the batter is Bailey Watkins, a freshman out of Easley, South Carolina. Bailey Kirby still dealing here, trying to get her way out of the 5th. There's a foul ball. Strike 1 for Bailey Kirby. Kirby fighting that sun now, as am I. He's sitting right here behind the third base dugout. The ball is low. One ball, no strikes. The wind yesterday was an issue. Not as much an issue as today. That sun was beaming in yesterday as well, even though it was very breezy. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. What an impressive showing by Bailey Kirby. 1 out. Watkins at the plate. And Bailey, Willard, and Dillon. Watkins struck out the first time up. That's upstairs. Much simpler rhythm for Kirby this afternoon. She kind of got some trouble with some walks in that first one, and then that grand slam was just too much to overcome. And she strikes out another one. 7 strikeouts now for Bailey Kirby. She faces Johnson, who she's already struck out twice today. The Aggies have to be encouraged by this pitching performance from Bailey Kirby. Johnson came into this one 2 for 3 today. She's 0 for 2 in the second game. In game number 1, she was 2 for 3. Here's the pitch. Another good pitch. Strike. Control has been there. The rhythm has been there. She's been patient. She's mixed up her pitches. And it has resulted in just a remarkable bounce-back performance. Here's the pitch. Made her bend a little bit, but it misses upstairs. Kirby bends that knee a bit. Now comes in, delivers. Oh, that's a nice pitch. Busted her out on the inside corner. Didn't get the call. She has to be back. Johnson is ready. Here's the pitch. And another strike for Kirby. Ncat hoping to get out of this one and then get some runs up on the board in the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. And check swing, foul. Encouraging look for North Carolina A&T. They have 3 tremendous freshman pitchers. Throw in Kirby. And it could be very formidable going forward. And that is ball 4. Now the bases are loaded. And all 3 runners are there via walk. As Tucker comes to the plate. And these are the moments that kind of scare you a little bit. Bases loaded, all on walks. And just hope it doesn't come back to haunt you. Here's Tucker. Two for 3 in that first game. Had a RBI. If I get that call. Here's Kirby. Going to deliver. And it's upstairs. Nowhere to put him now. Bases are loaded. All 3 runners there via the walk. And now Kirby just trying to pitch a way around it. Here's the pitch. Ball is hit to left field. It is foul. A lot of commotion there, but he's just simply allowed strike. Runners return to the bases. Tucker marks her territory. And now Kirby trying to avoid any more trouble. Here's the pitch. Curveball. And it's the 3rd, and Smith simply tags the bag. 5 unassisted, and the inning is over. Nothing across for Presbyterian. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It's 1-0 Presbyterian.
Shooting for a new career? Join the Grand Furniture team today. At Grand, we're looking for passionate winners to fill some key positions on our floor and in our warehouse and offices too. If you're a friendly, hardworking pro with your eye on the ball, don't pass up this grand opportunity. We offer competitive pay with full benefits, and since 1947, we've been your local hometown team. You know the next play. Get in the game and click on careers at grandfurniture.com.
Tennis to your tape delayed, but just trying to bring you all the action as possibly as we can live here as we try to get through this pandemic and understanding that our fans can't reach all of our contests. We've got a pretty good socially distanced crowd here today. Had a good one yesterday as well. As Vivica Boyd leads off the bottom of the fifth. She started out the game in a hoodie. She has taken that off now and is back into regular uniform. Well, you can see her uniform. Ncat with the MEAC logo there in the corner of their jersey. The Nike swoop. And the lovely A&T interlock. When you see that, you know what you're dealing with. Vivica Boyd steps back in. The Aggie first baseman. And the pitch. There's a strike. Atherton right now with the shutout going. He has given up a few hits. But A&T has not been able to bring anything home. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, and now Boyd is on first base. And A&T again has the leadoff runner on base. They had the leadoff runner on base in the first. Had the leadoff batter on in the third. And now they have the leadoff runner on in the fifth. Also had the leadoff runner on in the fourth. And so they've been able to get runners on here against Hazelton. Have not been able to advance them. The ball's outside. Throw down to first. And he gets away. And but the right fielder is right there. Before Boyd can advance anywhere. And so now we will go back to the plate here. Barella is the batter. She was one of those players that led off the inning, led off the third with a hit. 1 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. We'll get a confirmation that she did go around. One and two is the count. Here's the pitch. Stays alive. Hazelton, good start. He's Columbia International. We won those games 8-0 and 9-0. Here's the pitch. And Barella's trying to stay alive here. A&T down just a run. She's the go-ahead run. Boyd represents the tying run. And we're ready again. Here's the pitch. And there's a fly ball right field. Courtney White is under it. And that's the first out of the inning. Lisa Smith is now due up for North Carolina A&T. We'll see if she will come there. If we'll get a pinch hitter. I think we do have a pinch hitter, just like it's Bennett, Jocelyn Bennett. So Bennett will pinch hit for Elisa Smith, who struck out her first time up. A&T just looking for any type of offensive spark right now. All outside, Bennett takes it, and it's 1-0. Boyd at first, 1 out. Bennett is the pinch hitter. Hitting for Smith. Here is the pitch. It's 1-1. Live here, NCATAggies.com. You get a lot of live softball action this year. The Aggies are home quite a bit. When the weather breaks, it's quite a enjoyable experience. As Bennett fouls out. And it's 2 out. She popped that one up on the first base side, and now it'll be Kendall McCauley. Again, A&T in this one. But they need to get one across. That was outside. They've had some base runners. They've had some opportunities. Just not able to get anything across. There's a backhand at short. Safe. Boyd is all the way over to third. Boyd beats the throw. Base hit. Excuse me, McCauley beats the throw. Boyd goes to third on a head-up running play. And now A&T is set up for success here. 2 out. Runners on the corners. And J.D.'s comes to the plate. And she has been pretty good at the plate. 2 for 3 in the first game, 1 for 2 in this one. Struck out her last time up. But certainly a person you want to have at the plate in this position or in this situation. Is that ball going to land? Yes, it does. In right field, A&T has now tied the game. Throw down to second, and she is out. But the run scored. RBI for D's, and we're tied at 1. That's the end of the bottom of the 5th. A&T 1, Presbyterian 1.
The MEAC is embarking on a year-long celebration of its 50th anniversary under the banner of the theme, A Golden Past, A Glorious Future. The conference will open the year with a selection of the 50 greatest moments in MEAC history, and with a selection of all-time teams for each of the MEAC-sponsored sports, with Hall of Fame recognition and with historical fanfare to the student athletes, coaches, and administrators who have helped to mold the MEAC into the great conference that it is today. The year promises to rekindle the love fans have had for the MEAC for 5 decades. Yes, the past was golden for the MEAC, and the future promises to be glorious.
That run didn't score? That run didn't score? Fourth out. What coach? Did the umpire say that? Okay. Leading off here. Apparently that run didn't count. Still trying to get an explanation for that. So apparently it's still 1-0. I thought she had crossed the plate before. The out was made, but nevertheless, they say the run didn't count, so there's still 1-0 here as we go to the 6th inning. Scratch off the RBI from D's. Scratch off the run score for boys. And the Aggies are still down 1-0. So those are just the things you have to take as Cross leads this off here. And Kirby is still in the circle. And there is a fly ball to left field, and it's gone. Home run for Presbyterian as Cross blasted out of the park. And it's 2-0 now. Presbyterian. Fourth home run already given up this season for North Carolina A&T. Well, the fifth home run. They gave up 3 yesterday and 2 today. And that was Hughes. As Presbyterian gets an insurance run here in the 6th inning. Kirby just had to shake that off. She's pitched a really good game. And now Hughes, who hit one of those home runs back in the first game, steps to the plate. She struck out twice in this game. Here's the pitch. And that one gets away from Varela. No harm done. There's 1 ball, no strikes. He steps in and settles. And the pitch. Swing on this. 1-1. You can see the improvement in North Carolina A&T. Even from yesterday, you can see the improvement. Here's the pitch. And as they get some of the rust off, you're going to see a pretty good softball team this season. And you have a lot of home contests, which will be beneficial, not a lot of travel. MEAC roundup. So they should get some good things here. Here's the pitch. And there's a high fly ball right center field. That's going to land in the gap. D's up throwing. And Hughes has a double. Another extra base hit for her today. And that's her first hit of the second game. And there's still nobody out here as Courtney White steps to the plate. Discussion going on, and while they discuss that, we'll tell you about our Facebook Live show called the Aggie Pridecast. Comes to you every week, mostly on Thursdays. We've got a noontime, and we have special guests from North Carolina A&T Athletics. And it's a great time to hear from some of the movers and shakers from North Carolina A&T Athletics, brought to you by Carolina Ford Dealers. Sponsors also include Miss Winters, Bojangles, Zaxby's, North Carolina Farm Bureau. And so we ask you to support those who support North Carolina A&T Athletics. Certainly Cone Health Systems, another big sponsor for North Carolina A&T. As we get ready to get back here into action. Can't forget about North Carolina 529. Subway, eat fresh. And you can find all of those North Carolina A&T sponsors on ncataggies.com. Courtney White is the batter. She is 1 for 2 on today. 2-0 Presbyterian, a home run. Has given Presbyterian a little breathing room. They have led 1-0 for a very long time, since the second inning. And the ball's down low. Kirby has pitched excellent, but she has been greeted in this inning with a home run and then a double. So back-to-back extra base hits for Presbyterian. That one is upstairs. And Kirby just needs to find a groove again. And she tries to bounce back, keep A&T in this ball game without any further damage. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And she just couldn't lay off of that high fastball that time. Kirby trying to get back into this one. Nobody out. Runner at second. A runner already across on a home run. That one comes in on the hands and is foul. And Kirby has 2 strikes. I guess hoping to make a rally here. First, they had to keep Presbyterian off the scoreboard again. And there's a walk. And runners at first and second. Nobody out. And the batter is Tweed. Jaden Tweed will step to the plate. She was 1 for 4 in that first game. She is 0 for 1 in this one. Well, she doesn't have an official at bat in this one. She had a sacrifice bunt, and then she walked. And now that one's inside, almost hit her. And jumped and skipped out of the way. And that's 1 ball, no strikes. Bailey will wheel and deal here to Tweed. And that one came in on her hands as she tried to bunt it. And he's still trying to get the first out of the inning here. Presbyterian trying to put some distance between the Aggies and what has been a really good pitcher's duel up until this point. Bailey Kirby trying to keep it that way. Here's the pitch. Again in our hands. That's like it's maybe a fair ball. And Tweed may have a cheap one there. Well, she is on at first base, and now the bases are loaded, and there's nobody out. So excuse me, infield single from Tweed, and now Petty will step to the plate for Presbyterian. Bases loaded, nobody out. Bases full of Blue Hose. That was fouled away. 0-1 to count. Hughes doubled. White walked. And Tweed got a excuse me base hit, and that accounts for the bases loaded jam that Kirby finds herself in. And the batter is Caitlin Petty. Here's the pitch. She fouls it away, and now Kirby is ahead in the count. No lights here at the Lady Aggie softball complex as we begin to approach 5:15. Here's the pitch. Ball upstairs. Presbyterian making Kirby work in this one, in this particular inning. A&T trying their best not to let this one get away here. Bases loaded, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Dribbler. We're going to do runner interference. Yes. And so there is a force out at second. Tweed is out for unassisted. Petty is on the fielder's choice. And everybody else stays the same. And so the base is still loaded. It's still 2-0. Bailey deals, and that ball's upstairs. Grace Wallace is the batter. She came in for Hyatt in that first inning, struck out. Bases loaded now, 1 out. And Tia 2 steps closer to getting out of this jam. Swing and a miss from Wallace. Fake throw down to third base by Varela. And Wallace steps back in. Andy Kirby, at one point in this game, had retired 9 straight. And the ball's outside. 2-1 is the count. He has looked strong throughout this ball game. 6 strikeouts. And now just trying to keep the Aggies in this one. Here's the pitch. Inside, 3-1, but she cannot walk her because there's nowhere to put her. So they would have to force home a run to put her at first. Certainly can't give up with this walk. Here's the pitch. It's 3-2 now. And Smith chases down the foul ball. Tosses it back to a pitcher. And now the 3-2 pitch to Wallace. And Wallace fouls it out of play, and it will remain 3-2. Kirby has battled these Presbyterian batters all afternoon and has done a great job. She's just been an outstanding battler. Here's the pitch, 3-2. Foul territory is getting a lot of work out today. And Kirby will deliver another pitch. Great bounce back performance by Kirby. And we hope to reward her with a few runs. First, we have to figure a way to get out of the 6th inning. And there's another run that will come across. As Hughes will score. Forced in a run. White will go to third. Tweed will go to second. Excuse me, Tweed is out on the bases. It'll be Petty at second. And Wallace gets the RBI walk. 3-0 Presbyterian. Now we have a pinch runner over at first base. It's Alexis Meadows for Presbyterian. Nobody out, bases loaded. Steal. And Watkins is the batter. He has struck out twice. Here's the pitch. Two runs across here in the sixth inning for Presbyterian. They're now up 3-0. Still nobody out. And there's a hit up the middle. It's going to score a run. It's going to score probably 2 runs. Ball bounces up. And now it is 5-0 Presbyterian. White scores. And Petty scores. Meadows moves down to second. And Watkins has a hit. 2 RBI hit at that. And now back to the top of the order with Johnson. The wheels have come off a little bit here in the sixth inning. It's now 5-0. Back. And he started off with a home run from Cross. Hughes doubled. And then a couple of walks given up. And now there's Wallace with the big, Watkins with a big 2-run RBI single. And so it has been a 4-run sixth inning. If that's not bad enough, then you have to deal with Presbyterian's top of half of the order. And as a reminder, still nobody out. Ball is down low. Kirby, she takes a look, swings it up, and both catchers will do that. Barella and Bennett will throw down the second, trying to catch somebody snoozing. To no avail that time. (5-0) Presbyterian. Broken things open here, and there's a big swing and foul. Johnson steps to the plate. She struck out twice today and walked. She's 0 for 2. In that first game, she was 2 for 3. And now looking to do a little more damage for Presbyterian. There's another walk, and the bases are loaded again. And now it's starting to become a struggle for Johnson. For Kirby. Bases loaded again. Now there's still nobody out. And this will be the ninth batter of the inning in Tucker. And there's a conference in the circle. Conference by Presbyterian. Still have not seen Verdens. And we do have a pitching change, and it will be Kirkpatrick. So a nice outing by Bailey Kirby. Certainly an improvement on what happened yesterday, but she just kind of ran into some trouble in the sixth inning, and now it's up to Kirkpatrick to try to minimize this damage here. It has already been significant with 4 runs already across, bases loaded, nobody out. The Aggies have not retired a hitter here in the sixth inning, and this is the ninth batter that has come to the plate in the sixth inning. So certainly not a great situation to put Kirkpatrick in, but here she is. After pitching in that first game, pitching in relief, did a good job. And now the Aggies hoping she will help them out of this jam. Kirkpatrick in that first game pitched 2 strong innings, gave up 2 hits, 1 run, unearned, gave up 1 walk, and struck out 1. So she had a good outing, faced 11 batters. And she goes for her face mask there, face guard. No outs. She takes a scoop of the dirt. There actually is 1 out. There was somebody caught in a force out, so there is 1 out. That is my mistake. 1 out, bases loaded. Here's the pitch. Strike. Tweed was caught in a force out earlier in the inning, so there is an out. Bases are loaded. 9th player at the plate here in Tucker. And that was fouled away. Patrick looking to wheel and deal here. And it's fouled away. Bowling a success over at Triad Lanes today. Women's basketball unfortunately had their 10-game winning streak snapped. Off to the best start in school history. It's a very unusual season. That one's off of Kirkpatrick. She tosses it over to first. Runner will score, but there's 2 out now in the inning for North Carolina A&T. As Meadows will score the pinch runner. Watkins goes down to third. Johnson moves over to second. And Tucker gets an RBI on the ground out. And now Cross, who started all of this, will come to the plate. And she grounds out to Williams. She bobbles it. Everybody's safe. And the inning continues, unfortunately. Stephanie Williams bobbled it. She got it over to first. Boyd couldn't handle the throw. So between the two of them, there must be an error on that play. Another run is across as Watkins scores. A&T is supposed to be out of the inning. Johnson goes down to third. And now runners are at first and third, 2 out, and it's Hughes who doubled in this inning. And they got a big whopper on that one. That's going to land in the right field. Another run is in. As Johnson now scores in a huge inning for Presbyterian here. As Hughes gets an RBI single. And Cross goes to second. And now White is the batter. 8-0 now. Presbyterian, and now we're in that run rule situation. It has been a 7-run, 6th inning. Here's the pitch. Ball is low, 1-0. A&T. Now a 7-run inning here. And they had batted around as White comes to the plate. She walked in this inning and scored a run. Ball's down low. 8-0 now. Presbyterian leads it. 7-run, 6th inning. Things were going smoothly until Ross hits a home run. Hughes hits a double, and it just kind of all unraveled from there. Ball's outside. Similar to yesterday, A&T had a 4-3 lead over Georgia State. And things just kind of came apart in the 5th inning as Georgia State scored 3 in the 5th and then ended up scoring 6 in the 6th inning. And what was a close ball game turned into a not so close ball game. The ball's fouled away. And this one has kind of followed that story a little bit. As A&T trailed 1-0 for the longest on just a sacrifice fly. But then Presbyterian has just turned it on here in the 6th. Here's the pitch. Curveball fouled away. Now A&T will need to score a run in the 6th inning just to keep the ball game going. And that just didn't seem like it was going to be the case in this one. It was we're just kind of cruising along, and the wheels fell off. Roller to first. Boyd steps on the bag, and that will do it. 7-run, 6th inning, and now it is 8-0 Presbyterian. And A&T will need a run to stay alive. We'll be right back.
All along this bustling corridor, from Richmond to Williamsburg, to Hampton Roads, to the Outer Banks of North Carolina, one bank continues to make its presence felt and set the standard for serving its communities and local businesses, and for having the area's best bankers. One bank continues to enrich lives. Beyond banking, Town Bank. Not just a community bank, your community's bank.
It's bow time. Years from now, you'll tell your grandkids, back in my day, we could get 2 Bojangles sausage biscuits for just $2.50. And those biscuits, shoot, they were always made from scratch. And that zesty sausage, sizzling like the summer of 2033. And then your grandkids will say, but how is that different than Bojangles now? And you'll say, pipe down and eat your biscuits. Get 2 sausage biscuits for just $2.50. It's bow time.
On A&T, the Lady Aggie softball complex. An unfortunate 7-run, 6th inning as the Aggies on the brink of being run ruled here. Alex Estrada will try to change all of that. A&T needs a run to stay alive in this one. Lost the first game 6-1. Certainly didn't look it was going to be this situation in game 2. Bailey Kirby pitched a heck of a ball game. But just ran into all kinds of trouble in the 6th inning. Couldn't get their way out of the jam. And bases loaded throughout that inning. And it finally broke open. RBI single, 2-run RBI. And A&T in a bad position. Alex Estrada is the batter. Estrada is 0 for 1 in this one. She has a strikeout and she walked. Here's the pitch. That was down low. A&T needs base runners. And Estrada would be a good start. They try to stay alive in this one. Hazelden has done an outstanding job. There's a strike across the plate. Not bad last year, 3.72 ERA. Had 44 strikeouts. Made 9 appearances for the Blue Hose. Made those 9 starts as well, but certainly the workhorse was Jenna Green. And we saw why in that first game. Here's the pitch. And she's called out on strikes. Thought she was headed down to first base. But instead, home plate umpire says, no ma'am, you're caught looking. Now Stephanie Williams up to the plate. This is the heart of the Aggies order. We'll see if they can get something going here. Here's the pitch. Ball outside. Be remiss if I didn't mention North Carolina A&T indoor track and field. They were in action yesterday at the Camel City Invitational. A lot of the less heralded players, runners, track athletes were running in that one. Some of the names that not standouts, but still had a first place finish with Paula Salmon. She was first place in the 60-meter hurdles for North Carolina A&T. 8.20 was her time. Fastest time this year is 8.17. 16th in the nation. But certainly A&T men have been the powerhouse. They are ranked number 5 in the nation. Randolph Ross Jr., the son of the coach, has been outstanding this season as the pitch comes up. Number 1 in the 400 is a strike. Number 1 in the 4x4, and was at one time number 1 in the 200. That lasted for about a couple of hours as runners from LSU and Florida surpassed him. Certainly been an outstanding year. Tavares White. Number 3 in the country in the 60 meters. Javon Harding, another outstanding 60-meter runner. So A&T looking for big things in the NCAA men's indoor championships this year. It was counseled on them a year ago as they were in the facility. They were getting ready to run, and things got shut down because of the pandemic. So hopefully Randolph Ross and some of those guys can get back in there and win some national championships. Here's the pitch. Alicia McDuffie on the women's side has been excellent. One of the top 200-meter runners in the country. Stephanie Williams is waiting on the pitch here. And here it comes. Ball's down low. A&T fighting to stay in this one. 3-2 to count. They trail 8-0. Oswald takes a look. And here's the pitch. There's a fly ball left field. Presbyterian's under it, and it's 2 out. It's a fist bump for Redens. And now Taylor is the Aggies' last hope. Here's the pitch to, this is Samantha Ramirez, I'm sorry. Excuse me, Taylor's on deck. Here's the pitch. Strike one, it's 1-1. 2 out, 8-0 Presbyterian. We'll be back here with you on Wednesday as Elon comes to town. UNCG also here this week. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs. 2-1. Presbyterian, one of those future opponents that A&T will have to see, and hopefully next time we see them we'll be a little more experienced. Ramirez drops the bat, but this is foul into the stands, and it's 2-2. Six-1 in the first game. We're trying to hang on here in the second. Ramirez stays alive. And it's 2-2. All smiles for Presbyterian here in this one. Next year this one will count towards the conference. We'll take a look here. 2-2. There is a base hit up the middle, center field. And A&T is still alive as Ramirez comes through with a base hit. Now here is Kayla Taylor. 0 for 2 on the day. And we're going to get a pinch runner for Ramirez, I believe. Yes, we are. Here's Mariah Terry again. So A&T will substitute for speed. Here's Kayla Taylor. The ball's outside, 1 ball, no strikes. He just couldn't get the bats going today. 1 run on 2 hits in that first game. And they have yet to score here. There's a strike. Campus of North Carolina A&T State University. Land Grant Institution, 1891. Largest HBCU in the country. There's the pitch. There's another strike. Taylor trying to keep things alive here. A home run will keep the game going. She squares the bunt there. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that will do it for this one. Presbyterian will win it. Final score, Presbyterian 8, North Carolina A&T 0. join us here again on Wednesday as the Aggies will take on Elon as Verdens says good game in Waves far away on the COVID-19. Want to thank TEM for all that they've done for us this weekend, and we'll see you next week. Have a good